One Yankee that we would say that we're worried about going into 2023. I know we're talking about Aaron Judge. Obviously, he's not going to be the guy here. But who do you have the most concerns about going into the season?
Okay, so I really want to make sure I explain this right because it could come off the wrong way. I'm going with Jose Trevino, and the reason is no diss against him, nothing like that. He's great with the defense, and that's what we pay him for, or pay him is what $2 million a year he gets. The offense, though, I think some people are expecting a little bit too much. If you for the first time saw Jose Trevino this past year as a Yankee fan, the first half he was great, was an above league average hitter, really kind of fell off towards the end. That's the guy we all should be expecting because beforehand, before the 2022 season, he played 156 games, 519 plate appearances, essentially a full season, right? 245 average with a 69 OPS plus. That's who Jose Trevino is. So if I were one to be expecting a lot of him, he's somebody to be concerned about. I kind of just want to temper expectations a little bit, if you will. Don't expect a lot from Jose Trevino with the bat.
Sure. I think that that's fair. And that's actually one guy I thought of when I was preparing for this question. But then I kind of thought to myself, in terms of the way I view it, I'm not concerned about him just because I view him as a defense first catcher anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever offense you get out of him, I'll be satisfied by. But I have two guys for this pick. One is who I'm the most worried about personally, and the second one is who I'm worried about for the sake of them and their job security, I'd say. One, who I'm worried about, you might not like this one, but it's Clay Holmes. I think we kind of came into this offseason forgetting a little bit the disaster that Clay Holmes was for part of the 2022 season. I know he kind of rebounded a good amount going into the postseason.
And that's why
But
I would disagree with you. I think he finished really, really strong, but
he finished
go
strong. He
on.
finished strong, but I'm still not completely sold that he's the guy, right? And I know as a Yankee, we've seen more good than bad out of Clay Holmes, but the bad was really, really bad. So before I go into the 2023 season, really being confident in Clay Holmes as the Yankee closer, I'm being very cautious. I guess I could say I'm a little bit worried. Maybe worry isn't the right word. I would say I'm more cautious about Clay Holmes than I am worried. But
Real quick before you get to your next one, I disagree only because, like I said, I think he was 90% close to the guy he was in the first half once he came back from the IL injury and just kind of fixing his release point closer to the playoffs. Clay Holmes is pretty damn good. Also, if it doesn't work out, the bullpen is in pretty good shape. You can
yeah,
either go to, you have Loizaga, you have King that can close. Obviously, we saw Wandy do it in the playoffs sometimes. We got some dogs in there that will be able to handle the job if Clay's not good enough. I do think he will be though, but I
bro,
hear you. I
it's
don't think it's a blasphemous take by you.
it was honestly really tough to pick a Yankee I
It
was
was.
concerned about just because I'm so positive going into the season, you know.
Yeah.
But yo, the guy who I'm concerned for the sake of them, Kawagashioka. Been a part of the
Hmm.
Yankees organization for so long. I don't even think he makes it to spring training with the team, to be honest with you. I think we've talked about this a couple times. I think Ben Rortvet is the backup catcher moving forward.
I'm with
And
you.
I think it would be so smart for them to do so. Left-handed guy. Apparently has some pop too. So yeah, I think I would be shocked if Kawagashioka was still a Yankee by the trade deadline.
Me too. I would by the trade deadline, absolutely. I still kind of predict he'll be gone by opening day, I believe. So
Yeah,
from
that's
a
very
job
possible.
security standpoint, if that's what your point is, yeah, I think so. Which he
Yeah,
was, had a nice little dude. When was he's been with the Yankees since 2006, I think, in their minor
a
league. So
long time.
it'll be almost like a
I don't know about
freaking.
2006. That seems
I'm
like a
pretty
stretch.
sure maybe it was 2009. Because remember when he first got called up in 17, he was already in the Yankees minor league system for 10 years.
Was he?
Let's see. Yeah, let me see when Kyle Higashioka got drafted. Kyle Higashioka was drafted by the Yankees in 2008. So I was 2 years off.